Welcome back for another Waterfowl Wednesday, and today we're going to be talking about what I wear when I go duck hunting. There is all kinds of stuff that you can wear when you go duck hunting, and I've tried a lot of different stuff along the way. And I've grown throughout the years, accumulating different things and trying different things out. And some stuff is like 20 bucks and some stuff is like $300. So there's a wide range of stuff that I use, and I want to kind of tell you guys what I've been wearing this past season. And I honestly think that this past season, I hit the nail on the head. I was never super cold. If something got cold on me, it was either my hands or my feet. So I want to give you guys a little bit of a list of what I wear depending on the time of year, just kind of going from my base layer to my outer layers when I'm out duck hunting. So first, I've got a good pair of socks. These are farm to feet socks. These came in my Hunter's Haul box, and they're a good pair of wool socks. You can never go wrong with wool. I actually recommend you guys getting a pair of wool socks when you go duck hunting because they'll keep your feet warm and they're big and bulky. So if you got a pair of waders that, they might be just a little bit too big, these will help fill the gap, and you're going to be more comfortable. And it does provide a little bit more cushion. I know wader boots, sometimes they're not the most comfortable things in the world, so having a good pair of socks will add a little bit of cushion there. So I do recommend you guys looking at getting a pair of wool socks that look something like this. Big, bulky, fluffy. They'll keep you warm. Moving up, we got my new favorite pair of sweatpants that I started wearing this past season, and this became like an everyday essential for me when I was in the field. One, because they're warm, and two, because they work really well for the application. These are my Ducks thermal sweats. And these became my favorite pair of sweatpants, like I said, because they're warm and because they're functional. I love those two things, warm and functional. When you're in the field, you want function and warmth. And the reason why they're functional is because they've got this little cuff at the bottom of the legs. So it's about 2 inches of elastic that go on the bottom. And this serves two purposes. One, it keeps your socks up, and two, it keeps your pants down. When you're wearing a pair of waders, that is the biggest pain in the butt, is if your sock falls down or if your pant leg starts rising up. You can't really reach down into your waders and do it. You got to peel your waders down, fix yourself. And if you got something like this, and this pair of pants in particular, it does make a world of difference. I used to tuck my pants into my socks. That worked out really well. But it did have like this little bulge on the inside, and sometimes it got to be a little uncomfortable. And I used to also wear those like elastic bands that go around your ankles, the ankle gaiters, and I liked those for the first couple of days that I used them, but then by like the third day they broke, so I stopped using those and just started tucking my pants into my socks until I got these, and these have just changed the game for me. They're warm and they keep your socks up and your pants down. What more could you want? And you guys can pick them up by clicking the link in the description of this video. Now moving up to my upper body for my base layer, most of the time I'm wearing this Sitka lightweight underlayer. So it's not heavy duty, it's a good like moisture wicking material. So if you start sweating, this will soak it up. And what I like to do is, like, if I'm walking in and I like wear too many clothes and I get hot, I will strip down right when I get to my spot, and then just strip down to like this and just let all that sweat and heat evaporate until I start getting cold, because moisture staying underneath your clothes is going to make you cold throughout the hunt. So one of the best things that you can do is, when you get to your spot, peel off layers and get that moisture off of you as soon as possible. So this works really well for that application, and for like hot days, I'm just wearing this. Like teal season, I'm wearing this. It's good camo, you blend in really well, and it keeps you warm and wicks moisture away, which moisture is pretty much the biggest thing for me. This isn't super warm. I've got other layers for warmth. This is more for next to my body, getting that moisture off. So all that stuff is what I would wear like during teal season and really early season duck season, when it's like hot and like 60 degrees. But moving on top of that is when things get a little colder, I'm gonna put on this Sitka Midweight Zip Tee. This is something that I would actually tell you guys to invest some money in. I really love this zip tee. And the reason why I like it is because it's warm and it's not thick and bulky. So what I like to do is wear this. It's like my strip down layer. So like I get hot wearing my jacket and my hoodie and all that stuff. I strip down to this, and even that shirt that I mentioned earlier. But this is pretty good all around, like early season, like October, November. This is my outer layer. So it works really well. I wear it every single time I go out. I love it. it's something that I love, and I'm not going to part with it, and it served me well. So I want to tell you guys about the gear that I wear and I like. So Sitka Midweight Zip Tee, that's what goes on top of the t-shirt. Now moving on, when things get a little bit colder, I do like to wear a hoodie on top of that zip tee. And this hoodie is my Redhead Windproof Hoodie. This is the hoodie that I wear when things get super cold outside. And I wear it when it's super cold outside because it's windproof. The wind is even colder than like actual temperature. It'll chill you to the bone. So having a good layer of wind protection is key when you're duck hunting. But if it's not windy, it's just like normal, like 45 degrees or whatever, one of these hoodies will do just fine, because that one's probably going to be a little too warm. So that basically covers me up until about middle of November, kind of early December time, when things aren't super cold outside. We're talking like upper 30s, mid 40s kind of range. But when the temperature starts dropping below that, I do like to wear some other layers on top. Now the next things I like to wear are my outer layers. These are the last thing I'm going to put on. This is my outside defense to the elements. So this right here is my my camo pullover, and it's from Ducks. But this is great for when it's not super cold outside, you know, kind of high 30s, mid 40s and up. It's good because it's waterproof and it's windproof. So it's a good outside layer for if it's raining and it's windy. This is what I'm going to go with. But this is not good in all applications. It's a great thing to wear, but I actually have worn this under the next thing I'm going to talk about. But this is just kind of a good, kind of middle of the road, not super crazy cold out yet, but it's getting there, and it's a good like outside layer to defend against rain and wind. So the next thing is my Sitka duck oven. This is my baby. This is what I wear most of the time when it's freezing cold outside. And the reason why I like the duck oven, and I made a video dedicated to comparing the duck oven to the Drake 3-in-1 LST jacket, and I like this one a lot better. It serves my purposes a lot better than the Drake did. But the reason why I like this is because it's crazy warm. Like unbelievably warm. You can go from wearing a hoodie and being cold to slapping this thing on in like 2 minutes. You're warm. You're not cold anymore. And so this has Gore-Tex windstopper. It's just an awesome jacket. If you want to know more about this, check out the video that I did about it when I was comparing it to the Drake jacket. I covered a lot of features of this jacket and compared it to the other one. But this is the jacket that I wear. I'll tell you right now, this thing is worth the $300 that you'll spend on it, believe me. Now, let's talk about what I wear on my legs. These are just plain old Carhartt bibs. Nothing special. This is what I'm going to wear if I'm sitting in a field or even on a farm pond if somebody else has waders. This is what I'm going to wear. Nothing fancy, just your basic pair of Carhartt bibs. I like them. These are actually new. I got these at Christmas because I pretty much wore the other ones out and they were covered in blood stains and they're just kind of gross. So I got a new pair of these Carhartt bibs. They're tried and true. They stand the test of time. They work excellent. Now, along with those bibs in a field set, or whenever I'm wearing my bibs, I'm going to wear a pair of boots. These are my lacrosse boots that I just recently got. I got them like a month or so ago. I've been wearing them quite a bit. I like them, but I don't think they are going to work well in like January. They don't have enough insulation in the boots. I got cold when I was wearing these when I was snow goose hunting. So I'm going to probably get another pair of boots by the time duck season comes along. But these are going to be great for spring. I actually got these for turkey hunting. But spring boots, summer boots, fall boots, these will do it. They just don't have the insulation level that I want when it gets super cold out. So good pair of boots makes a difference, believe me. Now if I'm setting up in water, you guys know the drill. I'm going to wear my waders. These are my Rogers Toughman 3-in-1 waders. So they're breathable waders. They got interchangeable layers of insulation in them, and I like them a lot. I will do a video on these waders in a different video. I don't want to go too in depth with these, but they got 1,200 grams of insulation in the boots. They keep you warm. They work really well. I love them, and that is what I wear for my waders. That's feet, that's legs, that is upper body. Now let's move on to the old hands, because these babies can get cold sometimes. There are 3 things that I wear on my hands when I'm duck hunting. One is these Sitka gloves. Now, I got these because I heard good things about them and I wanted to try them out. They are a little bit warmer than your basic leather gloves, but I don't think they the price point justifies these for what they are. So I want to give you guys an honest opinion on these things. I like them a lot. If you got $100 to spend, go ahead and buy them. But you know, they did wear out a little bit quicker than like a normal pair of gloves would. I've got you know, just like the focus, yeah, there you go. Like the fingers are just kind of starting to get a little worn out on the tips, and they are wind stoppers, so you don't get wind on your hands and stuff. So I like them. I don't know if I'm gonna buy another pair of them. I'm gonna probably just buy some regular old leather gloves. Now, another pair of gloves that I like are these. I'm sure you guys know what these are, and if you don't, you're missing out because you need to get a pair of these. These are PVC decoy gloves. So you just wear them when you're picking up decoys. Oh, that's the wrong hand. You wear them when you're picking up decoys, or you're paddling in your kayak and your hands get wet. You know, when it's 30 degrees outside, your hands are going to get cold if they get wet. And a good pair of decoy gloves makes a difference when you're picking up decoys, or you're paddling a kayak, or doing anything in the water, moving ice chunks around. Good pair of decoy gloves, and these are actually insulated, and they keep you warm. I like them. And they're not expensive at all. I think these are like 15 bucks. So if you got 15 bucks to blow it on this. And the last thing that I will use for my hands is this. This is a hand muff, and this came in one of my Hunter's Haul boxes as well, but I like this thing a lot. I don't really use it to hold my shotgun shells or any of that. I slap a couple hand warmers in here and just have it for my hands, because when I'm calling ducks and geese, I do not like wearing gloves. And most of the time when I'm hunting, I'm not wearing gloves. Just from the aspect of I don't like shooting with gloves on, and I don't like calling with gloves on. So this kind of gives me that option. I'll bring this and bring my gloves. So if I'm brushing blinds, I'll wear the Sitka gloves. If I'm doing stuff with decoys, I'll wear the decoy gloves. If I'm actually in the blind hunting, I will use this. So it's just kind of like a three-part process, but it doesn't take much to pack different gloves, and you know, it's nice to have multiple gloves for different options, and just in case like the decoy gloves get soaked and you need stuff on your hands, you can wear those Sitka gloves or whatever. There was actually a time when I would pack like 3 pairs of just basic winter gloves in my bag, and I would like reach into the water with like just regular gloves and use them as decoy gloves just to kind of keep my hands a little bit warmer. And so then when I was done picking up decoys, I'd strip those off and put a fresh pair on. It was a little bit counterintuitive, but it seemed to work out pretty good. So, you know, that's what I did. And I guess the last thing we'll talk about is headwear. I either wear a hat like this one, which is white, but I wear like camo colors, or I'm wearing a stocking cap. Most of the time, I prefer wearing this one. If it gets really cold out, I'll wear a stocking cap, but most of the time, one of these hats gets it done. And I think I like these a little bit better when I'm wearing a GoPro on my head. So that's just my own personal opinion. I'll deal with cold ears if I can be comfortable with that GoPro on my head, because that thing can get kind of annoying sometimes. So that is what I wear when I go duck hunting. If you guys have stuff that you like to wear, leave it in the comments below. And if you guys are interested in any of the ducks apparel that I talked about in this video, or I'm wearing right here, click the link in the description and it'll take you over there and you can pick some up. Also, if you like this video, leave me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, get on the bandwagon and subscribe to my videos already. And if you guys want to follow me on my social media, I've got Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. So be sure to follow me on there and stay up to date with what's going on. But that is all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this Waterfowl Wednesday, and I will catch you on the next one.